Cliff Dempsey, most prolific winner of the Walter Hayes Trophy as an entrant. Do you think you've got a good chance this year?
Yeah, I think we've as good a chance as we've had in the past years, but obviously it's more competitive this year, so it's going to be even more difficult. There are a number of quick drivers doing it this year, but we'll just have to wait and see. But I think our chances are as good as they've ever been.
So how many times have you actually won it as an entrant?
I think it's been 6 times, but we've won it with the Team USA scholarship on 3 occasions out of 5 times trying to do it. So yeah, it's been good. I mean, you know, you never know at these events. You can go out early or you can go out late. So we'll just see what happens.
And today's entry probably one of the best?
Without a doubt. I mean, it's the best by far, I think. You know, I mean, the number of quick drivers, there's probably 15 or 20 drivers that can win it. You know, so I come here every year. I do it, and I really don't know what's going to happen. We'll try our best, and hopefully we'll be lucky. You never know.
Well, good luck with the event over the weekend. Thanks for the interview.
No problem. Thank you.
Hi, Joey. So how did qualifying go this morning?
Qualifying went well. I ended up P2. I was running P1 for a while throughout the whole session, and then I just got put on P2 by I think just like 100th of a second, so it's definitely a good session for me. So I'll be starting in second for the heat race today. That's the only race that we're doing today is the heat race. So I'm just trying to focus on staying in the front for the heat race and then giving myself a good starting position for the semi-final.
So what were conditions like out there today?
It wasn't too wet. It wasn't raining on track, but it was definitely damp and it was cold at the same time too. So luckily I've had experience out here in the last few days driving in the wet because I think the weather's going to be like this for most of the weekend.
Yeah, it's English weather.
Yeah, it's not California weather.
So you've not been racing that long, is that right?
Yeah, that's right. I started karting actually. I hadn't gotten into a go-kart until March of 2012. So last year, midway through last year. And I started racing cars at the start of 2013. It's my first season in single-seaters.
Well, good luck this afternoon, and I hope you get into the semi-final and have a good trophy. Thanks for the interview.
Yeah, thank you.
Hi, Jake. So how did qualifying go this morning?
Qualifying went really well. I knew that qualifying was going to be pretty short. It was only going to be about 10 minutes, so I knew I had to make the most of every lap that I had. And each lap just kept getting faster and faster, and I saw that I was P3 for one point, and then towards the end I worked my way up to P1, and I was just able to hold it off from Peter Dempsey, who was getting pretty close there for a second. But I believe I finished qualifying in pole position.
You were qualifying in the what was known now as the heat of death.
Yeah, I heard our heat race is going to be pretty difficult, but I mean, I'm just going to do my absolute best, and it's all you really can do. So I'm looking forward to the heat race starting on pole, and just go out there and drive as fast as I can.
So how long have you been racing for, Jake?
I've been racing for about 3 years. I've been racing cars for about 3 years. I've been racing go-karts for about 2 years. So I started when I was about 12 or 13 years old.
Well, I hope your heat goes well this afternoon and you have a good trophy. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you, I appreciate it.
Qualifying go this morning, Chris?
Yeah, it was okay. We've just got the engine in after a bit of a misdemeanor at Alton Park, so we were sort of taking our time and just sort of building up slowly. Just seemed to be struggling at Beckett's really. Everywhere else the car seems okay. Maybe the exit of Luffield's a bit tricky, but Beckett's I'm really struggling with trying to find the right line for my car and the setup. And I don't really want to chase a setup for that one corner because then it might alter the car that is actually quite good through Cops and a few of the other corners. So, but it was okay.
So whereabouts are you on the grid?
We qualified 10th, but we're in a pre-89 car, so most of the cars in front of us are all post-90 cars. And I think with about 2/10 or 3/10 we'd have been top 6, so there's not a lot in it. So anything can happen in this race. The weather's looking like it's starting to rain again, so it's just going to be a lottery. Whoever gets the right sort of setup for the conditions that we're going to get out in. Obviously, you could Abdelrahman's just proved in the last race that an 89 can mix at the front, so we'll give it a go.
So how many qualify straight for the semi?
I think in our heat there's 19 racing, and I think the top 9 qualify for the semi-final. So I've got to find positions because I'm 10th. But anything can happen, anything can happen. So if I can get the top 9, I'll just be happy.
Well, thanks very much for the interview and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Did qualifying go this morning, Nick?
It was really interesting. We got a decent grid position, but not quite so happy with the car. We missed out a little bit with the fact that we couldn't run on the practice on Thursday, and we didn't get so much running yesterday, the Friday practice, so we're kind of still running through some setup adjustments, and it's getting better, but we've still got a bit of work to do. I think in the rain it's a little more difficult to get the car set. The guys for the dry, I think the car would be quite comfortable to drive. At the moment it's quite easy to make mistakes, and a few times I was off the circuit, which prompted a quick call to race control, but hopefully that'll be the last one this weekend. And like I say, we've got a good starting position for the heat, so the main aim is to try again some changes that we've done, and hopefully make the progression through to the semi.
Well, thanks very much for the interview, Nick, and good luck this afternoon.
All right, thank you.
Hi Josh, so how did your heat go yesterday?
Not too bad, we ended up 6th in the rain. We struggled for a bit of pace all weekend, but going a lot better, I must say. We did a reasonable lap time in that heat, but 6th place, yeah, not ideal, but it's dry today for the finals day, so who knows, a bit of the unknown now. So 14th in my semi, there's a lot of quick people in that, so I don't know. I mean, if I could get in the top 8 to top 6 again, and get in the final, and then who knows? Yeah, there's so many quick people here this weekend. It's difficult to.
So, are you better in the dry than the wet? Because it looks like it's going to be dry today, doesn't it?
I think so. I know the car. I get along with the car a bit better in the dry, so I'm more confident in dry at the moment. Yeah. So.
Well, good luck this afternoon, and thanks for the interview.
Lovely. Cheers.
Hi Luke. How did your heat go yesterday?
It went pretty well. I finished 3rd in the end. Didn't quite have the pace I was hoping for, but managed to get a pretty good result out of it, and still in with a chance in the semis.
You had a bit of damage done to the car, is that correct?
Yeah, I got hit from behind on the straight on the last lap by the Canadian driver, but thankfully the car's still alright, so got it's back together and ready for the semi.
So what would you say was a result? What are you looking for today? In the obviously getting to the final, but
yeah, getting to the final is the main target. I'd love to try and get a top 3 from the overall event, but it's going to be extremely difficult.
Well, thanks very much for the interview and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, we had quite a tough qualifying session, to be honest. I qualified 7th. Didn't quite get it together really. I was quite a damp track and stuff, so I was faster towards the end, and really the track was sort of quicker to the beginning of the session, so it was quite tough. But yeah, brought it back in the race. Kind of the red flag saved me a little bit, and kind of I passed 4 cars in the last 3 laps, which was really cool. Yeah, finished 2nd, so really pleased with that one.
Is it good to be racing Formula Ford again?
Yeah, it's absolutely brilliant. You can't beat the old Formula Fords, they're great. So no matter what you do sort of F3, F1, whatever it is. Everyone, always comes back to where they started from. And yeah, I'm really pleased to be here this weekend, and hopefully it'll be a great weekend. And yeah, we'll do the best we can.
And you had a good season in Formula Renault this year, winning it.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Yeah, we've great year. We won the championship, so we did the best we can. Then National Motorsport, and we prepped the car as well. So now I'm looking for a move to Europe next year, and maybe the Renault NEC Championship.
Well, thanks for the interview, and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Hi Oliver. A good result in your heat yesterday?
It was. I managed to get a good start and got the lead on the first lap. I managed to keep a gap to the car behind in the slippery conditions, and managed to take the win in the end, which was very pleasing.
So you got a good chance in your semi. You'll be on the front row.
Yes, I still on pole for the semi. There's some quick guys behind, to be fair. They're going to try and come on through. Fingers crossed I can keep the lead and try and get a front row start for the final.
Well, good luck in your semi, and I hope you get a good place in the final. Thanks for the interview. Hi, Oliver. So how did your heat go yesterday?
It was not too bad. The car was not great in the greasy conditions. It just wasn't really gripping. Wasn't really finding its being consistent. So made a not a great start, but slipped back a little bit and got back up to 10th, and then finished there. But then I got lucky and got promoted to 9th. Unfortunately, when Boyd was excluded, which meant that I managed to get straight into the semi-final. So we'll see how that goes today.
How's it for sale?
Yeah, I've had it for 6 years. I've really enjoyed building it up, getting it to the level that it's at. But I'm just looking to move on to something else myself. So I'd really like, someone to come along and continuing to enjoy it. It's a great car. Finished fourth overall at Donington this year. So certainly with the right person, it's fully capable.
Well, good luck this afternoon. Hope you get through into the final.
Thanks. Yeah, that's what I like to do, is to move forward a bit in the semi, make it into the final, and then who knows from there.
Thanks very much for the interview, Oliver.
Thank you.
Vincenzo, a good heat for you yesterday?
Yeah, it was quite good actually. I qualified on the semi-final, so I just finished 9th. Quite lucky, but I finished 9th, so I'm looking forward for the semi-final.
And John, you entered Vincenzo many years ago. How many years ago was it?
It was in 1988, the start of a happy relationship that's lasted all this time.
So what are you hoping you'll do today, Vincenzo?
My aim was to try to get in the final, but it looks a little bit difficult now. Starting from 25th on the grid, I need to finish in top 18 if I can, and then I will enjoy to do the final.
Are you enjoying the event?
Yeah, I enjoy it a lot. This is a pure motorsport. This is like real motorsport, where you can see the passion and the people that love it, and I love it too.
And John, you're here in which capacity?
Well, I'm an ex-entrant, and an ex-Formula 4 champion, so I thoroughly enjoy the event, enjoy seeing the old people who we used to race against, and have a bit of fun enjoying the crack.
Well, good luck this afternoon, and thank you very much for the interview.
Thank you to you, sir.
And thank you, John.
Thank you.
A fun weekend. Obviously the Walter Hayes Trophy is an event that I really enjoy, so to do it this year with Kevin Mills in the 92 Swift has definitely been a lot of fun. Struggling for a little bit of straight line speed at the moment, but we're starting 27 to 28 for the final. Bit of work to do, but it's going to be a fun race. Hopefully if I get a top 10, I think I'll be happy.
So what are you doing next year, Peter?
Aim obviously is to try to step up to IndyCar, at least maybe do the Indy 500 if I can. Especially winning the Freedom 100 this year, I got a couple of opportunities to move up, but at the moment obviously working on a couple of things, and hopefully be in a car somewhere in America.
Well, thanks very much for the interview, and good luck this afternoon.
Thank you very much.
Well done, Scott, and a very dominant performance in that final. How did it go?
It was perfect. When the second restart was like a dream, really. Just got a mega start and just pulled a gap straight away and just kept my head down, really.
So what's next for next year?
We've got no plans in concrete at the moment. We're just looking for sponsors and looking for partners who can help us progress, really.
Well done, and a very good trophy. Thanks for the interview.
Thank you.